Hey, morning, Gary.
Hi, good morning.
Yeah, morning. Okay, so I just have a couple questions for you here, right?
Yeah.
On this issue raised by Philip Alexander about statements that you made as it relates to the UNC and gangs and being involved in gangs, what is the position on that statement? Is it true? Is it false? What exactly did you say?
Yes, certainly. Good morning, Stefan. Good morning to your many viewers. What I try to do, what the NTA we try to do as much as possible is to ignore Philip Alexander. Because all that he does, if you notice, Philip Alexander is keep rowdy reloaded. Every time he speaks, it's the shout, it's the bad talk, it's the attack, it's the discredit. This is a man who was in charge of a political party that was not in government or opposition. And he spent his whole campaign in local government attacking another political party not in government or opposition. He did the same thing before I was appointed as Commissioner of Police. So whatever the banker is, whether it's based on jealousy or whatever, that is his problem. But I continue to hear him for weeks, over the last few weeks, with his total nonsense and misinformation and his mischief by trying to allude to the fact that I said that the UNC is heavily affiliated with gangs and I can't pull it back. But I want to clarify that apart from the fact that this is a man that just a few months ago said that on his one aim in life is to ensure the UNC and the NTA will not get in government. That is his last comment before he resigned for the fourth time as political leader and returned for the fourth time without anybody knowing. So I want to clarify. First, he said the GSC is the highest court in the land. It shows his ignorance. The GSC is not a court.
Right.
He said that this was done under oath. You don't go to be sworn in when you go to a GSC meeting. It shows what a fool this man is. Three, to clarify, what happened is that the police usually have intelligence reports on a regular basis. They submit these reports to the government, as should be, and somebody in the government sent it forward to GSC. So GSC came and they contacted, they asked me what is the status on that. I said yes, there would have been intelligence reports stating that of the opposition being involved with criminal elements to destabilize the country.
Right.
What the mischievous Philip Alexander refused to look at is, I said it to you, Stefan, you could put it out on the screen. I also said immediately after that, however, after I did intense investigation, there was absolutely no evidence to substantiate the intelligence report and the allegation. So it shows how mischievous this man is. Because even if he wanted to double down on an intelligence report, this is exactly what happened with the PNM, where a very senior government minister had a similar intelligence report of him being involved in major criminal activity. Mm-hmm. And you know what the present Prime Minister said? That is intelligence. You cannot go on and fire somebody or discipline that person based on intelligence, because intelligence is not evidence and not fact. So in similar manner, we got an intelligence report. It came out in the public, which should not have been done because it was intelligence. And then when I did the investigation, I said in that same GSC, there was absolutely no evidence to link the opposition to being involved with gang activity. But he never said that, because that is what he is. Philip Alexander is Solomon Grundy. He hit the UNC and the NTA on a Friday, said he's supporting the UNC on a Saturday. The UNC says they welcome him on a Sunday, and then attack Gary Griffith on a Monday. That is so anybody could have read the game plan. Who got him out of retirement for him to come back with his mischief? That remains to be seen. As I could say also, is that there's an alliance between the UNC and the NTA. That has not ended. That started since the local government election, and Kamala Prasad and myself, we both said we intend to operate in similar manner going into the general election. There's no other political party that is part of this alliance at this time. Other political parties could support the NTA or the UNC. That is fine. But you can't be part of an alliance and expect that you'll be attacking other parties in the alliance and expect people to believe that. So as at this time, there's nothing with Philip Alexander's. Again, this is an individual who has resigned 4 times from politics and 4 times he returned. So obviously, for who it is that keeps bringing him out of retirement, that you should ask. But I wanted to bring this to the attention of the public. The mischievous business individual he kept pushing that envelope about Gary Griffith stating that the UNC is involved in gangs. I have now clarified it to the public. It shows how mischievous he is, how disingenuous he is, and to have somebody like that who comes back for the 4th time, when just a few months ago, you said your one objective in life is to ensure the UNC and the NTA never get in government. And now you're coming back, and all that you have done as soon as they came back, is to attack Gary Griffith, attack the NTA. The NTA, we want no part of that bacchanal. That is Philip Alexander's type of politics. So I find it is amazing that people that even the media is trying to compare the NTA, what we have done, what we have achieved, to the PEP. I walk the length and breadth of Trinidad. No political leader in the history of this country did what I did during the national election.
Right.
I work with almost every single UNC candidate in San Fernando, San Luis Grande, Tunapuna, Diego Martin, in support of the UNC candidate to ensure that they would defeat the PNM candidate. So when people try to compare the NT and the PEP or Gary Griffith and Philip Alexander, it is chalk and cheese.
So let me hold on, Gary.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah, just for clarity here, let's get it straight here one more time before you go. You are saying the UNC and the NTA, the alliance is strong, it is still in existence, there has been no fallout or anything like that. And you're saying that okay, because I asked this question, and I didn't ask it on air, but I asked it to somebody. When Pep made the announcement that they would be supporting UNC and endorsing Kamla Prasad-Bissessar, I was waiting on the UNC to give a response as to whether or not some meeting has been held, but I didn't get a response coming from the UNC. So in other words, this is a statement or position taken by Pep that okay, we're gonna throw our support behind the opposition, but there is no official marriage or alliance or coalition with the two.
Correct, because it is the right of any political party to say that I am supporting another political party. That is your right. And so you verbally stating that you support a political party, that doesn't mean that you are part of the alliance of political parties. Two totally different things.
Right.
So when Rudy Munilal welcomed, of course you would welcome. If Bin Laden says he supports the UNC or the PNM, they will probably welcome that support. But there's a difference with trying to welcome the person to that person being part of an alliance. Because if there's a present alliance between the UNC and the NTA, you will think that both the UNC and the NTA would meet, and then we will decide whether this political party has the capability and the principles of good governance, which is what we want.
Right.
So that is why he could say he's supporting the UNC, and the very next day spends all his time all over the media attacking Gary Griffith and the NTA. You certainly can't be part of an alliance, and all that you are doing is attacking another political party that is in the alliance. So that is common sense. So that is what he is. So Philip Alexander has come back just to attack the NTA, just to attack Gary Griffith. And I want everybody to realize that as soon as you get it, you just need to switch him off. He brings nothing to the table. No plans, no solutions. I even heard you say that Philip Alexander has done a lot. All that Philip Alexander does is show his productivity by what other people would have done. He actually was on a station yesterday and said, all the great things Gary Griffith did as a minister is because he caused it. The man, he's not bipolar, he's tripolar. To have the audacity to say that me as a Minister of National Security, it was the highest reduction in serious crime in 31 years. He said he is the cause of my success. If Prince Gerald Hines said he wanted to have a debate with me, he said he is the cause of allowing Kellen Hines to debate with me. The NTA said we are putting out 41 candidates. He said it's because the PEP said he said he was coming back into politics. And that is amazing. Every time someone does something, he tries to jump up to say that he is the cause of that being done. That is not productivity. Productivity is you actually doing something, not something happening by somebody else and you're saying you caused that person to do that. So there's a difference with the NT and what we have done, what we have established. Philip Alexander didn't walk a street for the local government election campaign. And I'm not here to be talking about Philip Alexander. Look at what we just spoke about with the NTA. 4 years ago, we did the draft policy for that same border protection unit. 25 pages, and I could have established that within 3 months. Keith Lowry shut it down and never used it. And now you have the same GSC that Philip is speaking about, where he's clueless to not even understand the role and function of the GSC, thinking it was a court. And they are now saying that they want to recommend a border protection unit. That is what the NTA is about. We are here to find solutions for good government, not being a leader of a political party who resigns every time the rain falls and then comes back every time the sun shines. And then after all that you do is to attack, discredit, bad talk. The NTA is not into that bacchanal. That is why I could tell you that the alliance presently with the UNC and the NTA, the PP is not in it. The PP, if they really want to support the UNC, you will think that by supporting the UNC, attacking other political parties who have an alliance with the UNC, it shows obviously you have an agenda.
Okay. All right. Well, thanks a lot for your time.
You're welcome. Take care.
Yeah, man.